Good morning, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if there's probable cause for those charges, and then we'll set your conditions of pretrial release, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this morning. You do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. And now I need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. Y'all solemnly swear or affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Outstanding. When I call your name, please step forward to the podium. Erica Clark. Morning, Ms. Clark. What's your date of birth?
June 5th, 1993.
All right, Erica, I have two warrants today, both signed by Judge Toner. Both of them, he found probable cause for a violation of probation. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire private counsel, or would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, sir.
I'm going to appoint the public defender. The bond on those two warrants is no bond. I can't change that. I am going to change the date. We'll have you back in court on the 28th of August, and the public defender will come see you before court, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Elizabeth Ngala. Morning, Elizabeth. What's your date of birth?
June 23, 18.
And Elizabeth, you're also here on two warrants, also both signed by Judge Toner. Also, in each case, he found probable cause for violations of probation. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender? I'll appoint the public defender in each case. The bond on the warrants is no bond. I can't change that. I'm also going to change the dates on yours. They'll be back on the 28th of August, and the PD will come see you at the jail before your court date, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Nicole Marino. Morning, Miss Marino. What's your date of birth?
6884.
A little closer to the mic for me.
6884.
Very good. All right. First thing I have for you, and this is a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. He found probable cause for 6 counts: sale of methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamine, sale of oxymorphone, possession of oxymorphone, possession of a place or structure for the sale of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Then we have a warrant that was signed also by Judge Toner. On that warrant, he found probable cause for 3 counts: sale of dilaudid, possession of dilaudid, and possession of a place or structure for the sale of a controlled substance. And finally, we have a possession of paraphernalia. There's probable cause for all of those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State, what can you tell me? Hang on.
Judge, it looks like in June of 15 there was a conviction on a grand theft. Beyond that, between June of 15 and now, I think there were 5 failures to appear and 2 VOPs.
Okay. All right, Nicole, I have an address for you on Bayside Court in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
Oh, since I got out last time.
Okay. I don't know when you got out last time, so how long was that?
About a year.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
No.
Okay. On both of Judge Toner's warrants, I'm going to leave the bonds per the schedule, which is going to be then a total of $23,000. On the 2 counts of paraphernalia, it'll be another $2,000, so the total will be $25,000. The 2 warrant cases are coming back on the 5th of September. The paraphernalia cases will be coming back on the 6th of September. If you bond out, it's very important that you go see the public defender right away. If you can't bond out, they'll come see you at the jail, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Judge, what's the case number for September 6th?
It's the, it doesn't have a number, but it's, well, the agency number is 1724248. It's just the 2 counts of paraphernalia.
Thank you.
Yep. Victoria Manja. Want to miss what you date of birth?
2984.
I have 2 counts this morning. I've got a possession of controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire private counsel, or would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Let's try the public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. Stay with me, tell me.
Judge, it looks like there was a petty theft in December of 2015, and I can't tell from looking at this. It's not on the other sheet, but it looks. Does she have a pending ag battery in 2017 CF62, Madam Clerk? Are you able to ascertain?
She's looking.
I don't see it. I don't see a disposition on the sheet.
Yeah.
But I do see an FTA in April 2017.
Regarding the 62 CF, it says it was no cost.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. And
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Victoria, I've got an address for you on Campfield Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you been there?
Oh, 2.5 years.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
I do not.
Okay. Leave the bonds per the schedule, which is $2,000 on the controlled substance, $1,000 on the paraphernalia. Total is $3,000. We'll have you back on the 5th of September. If you get out, make sure you go see the public defender, all right?
Okay.
Thank you. Megan Singer. Morning, Miss Singer. What's your date of birth?
2/20/85.
Megan, I have 2 charges this morning: possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. As to those charges, there's probable cause. You want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Or would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender,
I'll
please.
appoint the PD, Steve.
Judge, it looks like there's a 2012 possession of a firearm or weapon by a felon, but I don't. The only dispo I see above that is for a misdemeanor marijuana.
Okay. And
But she's also registered as a convicted felon.
okay, out of state maybe.
So,
Megan, I've got an address for you on Spanish Oaks Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you been there?
About a year.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
No.
Okay. Also leave your bonds per the schedule. That's $2,000 and $1,000 for a total of $3,000. You'll also be back on the 5th of September. When you get out, make sure you go see the public defender, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Lisa Tally Hare. Want to miss what's your date of birth?
1/16/84.
And Lisa, this is a probable cause arrest for a violation of probation. There is probable cause for the VOP. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Or would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender,
I'll
please.
appoint the PD. Bond, of course, is going to be no bond. I'm going to change your date, however, to the 28th of August. You'll be back in court then, and the public defender will come see you before that court date, all right?
Sounds good.
Thank you. Jesse Gilbert. Morning, Jesse. What's your date of birth?
It's 10/6/1991.
Jesse, you got 2 charges today. Got a retail theft and resisting emergence efforts. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
I suppose the public defender.
I suppose I'll appoint them. State, what can you tell me?
That he's been arrested, but there are no dispositions.
And Jesse, I have an address for you on Anchor Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
Nearly 5 years.
Do you have a job these days?
Not at the moment.
I'll set your bonds at $500 on each count. The total's $1,000. I'll have you back in court on September 6th. When you get out, Jesse, make sure you go see the public defender, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
You got somebody first appearance, man?
Should I down scrap and police cars? They locked me out of the court.
Michael Giovanese. Morning, Michael. What's your date of birth?
7/17/1984, sir.
Michael, I've got those 2 charges: possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. And apparently there's an open felony case. And that's, Christie, on 17 CF 731. Do you have an offense date on that?
Yep, it's April 13th.
Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So, Michael, what we're going to do on this is I'll leave the bonds per the schedule. This is $2,000 on the controlled substance, $1,000 on the paraphernalia. I will move these to the 28th of August, which is where your other case is. However, then job number 1, when you're out on bond with criminal charges, is don't pick up new charges. It appears to me that you have. Therefore, pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release in 17 CF 731, and we're going to hold you then without bond on that case, at least until the 28th of August when you're back in court. When you get back to court on that charge and your new charges, if Judge Toner wants to reinstate your bond, he has that ability, but you'll stay where you're at until the 28th, and the public defender will come see you before then, all right?
All right.
Thank you. Jerome Griffin. Morning, Mr. Griffin. What's your date of birth?
4/8/83.
All right.
Morning.
Mr. Griffin, you're transported here. Looks like you got court on the 1st of September. Do you have a lawyer on that case yet, Jerome?
No, sir.
Would you like the public defender?
Yes, sir.
All right. In case number 16 CF 179, pardon me, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, and they'll come see you before you have court on September 1st, all right?
What was it for?
It looks like it's for a VOP, Jerome.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. What judge was it?
It's going to be, I don't know who it's going to be. Who's September 1st?
I had Judge Toner on this case.
Then that's where you'll be.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Marino Moser. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
Morning. 03/24/95.
Okay. All right. And a number of charges for you this morning. I have 2 defrauding a pawnbroker, a grand theft, another defrauding, and a dealing in stolen property, another defrauding, and then 2 counts of making a threat to a law enforcement officer. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire private counsel, would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll point to PD, say what you tell me.
Nothing.
No priors.
Oddly enough.
Okay. And Marino, I have an address that says Toucan Trail in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, we moved from there.
Okay.
I have a new address.
What's your new address?
It's Lagman Street. It's my dad's address. I don't know the exact number,
Okay.
but it's in Spring Hill off of Deltona.
Okay. How long have you been there?
I just started moving my stuff out. I'm moving into Brookhaven Apartments. I have a full-time job. You know,
Okay. What do you do for work?
resurfacing,
Okay. You doing that?
bathtubs.
You doing that for yourself, or you working for somebody?
No, I work for someone.
Okay. Let's see. All right. All right, so Marina, what I'll do, there's 8 total charges. I'll set a bond of $1,000 on each one. So your total is $8,000. They're all coming back on the 5th of September. When you get out, make sure you go and see the public defender right away, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck.
Judge, what date did you set?
The 5th.
Are they, the way I look at this, is this a separate arrest for the paraphernalias, or is it included because it's a separate affidavit?
There's no paraphernalia on him. That was Nicole.
Was that the other one? Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, this one is all the.
All right, so that makes that simple.
Yep. Charles Perkins. Morning, Mr. Perkins. What's your date of birth?
5978.
Mr. Perkins, you're here on a warrant that Judge Rupi signed. Apparently, you failed to appear in her court on a charge of driving under the influence and driving on a suspended license. Did you have a lawyer on those charges, Charles?
I do have a lawyer now, yes, sir.
Okay, who's the lawyer?
Scott Tremblay.
Okay. Does Mr. Tremblay know where you are this morning?
Well, I had turned myself in yesterday with the bail bondsman, and he did know. I just don't know why it hasn't been posted yet, sir.
Oh, okay. So you thought somebody was posting your bond this morning?
Right. Well, yes, I turned myself in, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to leave those bonds per Judge Rupi's warrant, which is $2,000 and $1,000. I'm going to change your date. We'll have you back to see her on August 30th. So when you contact Mr. Tremblay again, make sure he knows that the date has been changed to the 30th of August. All right?
30th of August, yes, sir.
Yep. Very good. Thank you. Clarence Smith. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
4558.
Clarence, you're here on a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner, and he found probable cause for a violation of probation. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire a private counsel, would you like me to appoint the public defender?
PD.
I'll appoint the PD. Bond on that warrant is no bond. I can't change it. I'm going to send you back to see Judge Toner on the 28th of August, and the public defender will come see you before then, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Joel Wilmot. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
Good morning. 7192.
Joel, you're here on a charge of battery being domestic in nature. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
You are.
PD for now.
I'll appoint the public defender. State what you tell.
Judge, I show an FTA. And then is there a DUI that's open?
That haven't been.
Or was it an all process? I can't tell from the disposition on this.
In Hernando County?
I can't tell that.
Okay.
There was a DUI from 2015, no process.
Okay.
There's not one from 2017.
No, sir.
That's all I have.
All right. And Joel, I have an address for you on Thrush Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
Probably close to a year now.
All right. And does Sean live there as well?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, sir. I'm actually supposed to be at work right now.
Okay. What do you do?
I build aluminum fencing at Lumagard for
Okay.
temporary for Superior.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $500. However, a condition of the bond is that while this charge is pending, you'll have no contact with Sean. No contact means no contact of any kind. You don't call, you don't write, you don't email, you don't text message, you don't contact through any social media. You don't go where he lives, you don't go where he works, you don't have any contact of any kind. Any way that you might imagine having contact, I forbid you to do that. If you have contact and we find out about it, your bond can be revoked and you can be held without bond until the charges are resolved. It means no contact even if he wants the contact, so if you answer your phone and hear his voice, you should hang up. If you're out and about and see him, you should turn around and run the other way. You need to understand that he cannot drop the charges against you. That's not a decision he gets to make. He may go to the state attorney's office and ask them to drop the charges, may tell them he's not interested in pursuing this matter. That decision belongs solely to the assistant state attorney handling your case. So unless that person or the judge on your case tells you the charges are dropped, you should assume they are not dropped and you should not have contact. In addition, I have to hold you until 4 p.m. this afternoon so that Sean wanted to serve you with a civil injunction for protection against domestic violence. We know where to find you. If you get the civil injunction, it's doubly important that you not have contact because in that case, not only could you get your bond revoked here, but you could get new charges for violating the injunction. As far as the address on Thrush Street goes, as long as Sean stays there, you'll have to stay someplace else until we get this case resolved. You can go by one time to grab your clothes, your toothbrush, whatever you need for wherever you plan to go. But to do that, you must contact the sheriff's office first. They'll meet you there with a deputy who will stand by while you grab your things and get going where you're going. I'll have you back in court on the 6th of September. Very important that you go see the public defender when you get out, all right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And Scott, what time next door?
What was the date for that, Madam Clerk?
6th.
Thank you.
He's already talked to him.
Okay, very good. All right, thanks, folks.